Dear friends, each of us is walking a unique journey, the journey of our own life. Along this path, there are moments when we feel filled with hope and light, yet there are also times when we must face darkness, uncertainty, and unanswered questions. In such moments, our souls often ponder, what is true happiness? How can we find tranquility amid the ceaseless turbulence of life? And most importantly, is there a way to keep our hearts steady through life's challenges? Today, on the Peace and Dharma channel, we will explore profound and timeless values of life together. But before we dive into each chapter of the content, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on yourself. Ask yourself, how am I living? Am I truly happy? And what is preventing me from finding inner peace? Modern life is full of pressures, from work and family to societal expectations. We are constantly swept along by the flow of time, often forgetting to live in the present, to love ourselves and those around us. If we don't pause to look within, we risk remaining trapped in this cycle, never truly experiencing the essence of life. The content we will explore today is not merely advice or lofty philosophies. These are lessons distilled from the unchanging truths of life. Above all, they are guides to help us find light even in the darkest moments. We will talk about happiness, letting go of burdens, facing difficulties, and cultivating gratitude. All of this is aimed at one singular goal, to help you rediscover peace and balance within. Have you ever felt that happiness seems elusive, almost out of reach? We often yearn for more, hoping for everything around us to be perfect. Yet, this very yearning exhausts us because it leaves us feeling insufficient, always lacking something. Perhaps it's time to reevaluate and redefine happiness. Is it something to seek, or is it already present in the moment we are living right now? In the first chapter, we will delve deeply into the concept of happiness. It is not something we can buy or achieve through external accomplishments. True happiness is an internal state, a way of perceiving and cherishing what we already have. But to feel this, we need a soul that is calm and resilient, unshaken by the pressures and noise of the world around us. Next, we will explore an essential lesson, letting go. Have you ever felt bound by memories, relationships, or even negative emotions? Letting go does not mean giving up, it means learning to release what no longer serves us. This is the first step toward freeing the soul and opening ourselves to new and better experiences. Many of us fear difficulties, viewing them as obstacles blocking our path. However, challenges are life's greatest teachers. In the next chapter, we will learn to see difficulties not as enemies but as opportunities for growth. When we overcome challenges, they become the very platforms that propel us further along our journey. After understanding how to face difficulties, we will uncover another core value, gratitude. Gratitude is not just an emotional state, it is the foundation for building a meaningful life. When we are grateful, we not only recognize the value of good things in life but also learn to accept imperfections. Gratitude is the key to living more fully and joyfully. Finally, today's journey will conclude with a discussion on wisdom. This is not mere knowledge but the ability to perceive and understand the true nature of things. Wisdom helps us not only to overcome challenges but also to live a life that is more complete and meaningful. Dear friends, every part of the content we are about to explore is interconnected. They are the links that form a complete journey, guiding us from recognizing happiness and letting go of unnecessary burdens, to overcoming challenges, cultivating gratitude, and developing wisdom. These are not just lessons to learn but values to live by. Join me as we embark on each chapter and each sharing, to explore, feel, and practice together. Let this journey be more than just a listening experience. Let it be an awakening, a profound transformation from within. Life is always full of surprises and wonders, and only when we are ready to open our hearts and embrace change can we truly experience them all. Dear friends, the journey we have embarked upon together in this series of reflections has not merely been about exploring profound ideas but also about sharing meaningful messages for all of us. Together, we have delved into various topics, from understanding the essence of true happiness, learning to let go for inner freedom, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth, discovering the power of gratitude, and finally, viewing life through the lens of wisdom. Each topic is not a standalone piece but part of a larger picture, the picture of a meaningful and peaceful life. In Chapter 1, Where Does True Happiness Come From?, we learned that happiness is not found in external achievements but in the internal state of peace within our souls. True happiness is about cherishing what we have and living in the present moment rather than endlessly chasing unattainable expectations. In Chapter 2, Letting Go to Liberate the Soul, we discovered that letting go is not about giving up but about accepting reality and freeing ourselves from unnecessary burdens. By letting go, we lighten our souls and open doors to greater opportunities. In Chapter 3, Challenges as Opportunities for Growth, we realized that challenges are not to be feared but embraced as opportunities to learn and grow. It is in these difficult moments that we uncover the immense strength within ourselves. In Chapter 4, The Importance of Gratitude, we were reminded that gratitude not only brings joy but also fosters meaningful and fulfilling relationships. When we practice gratitude, we shift from a mindset of lack to one of abundance and peace. Finally, in Chapter 5, Viewing Life Through the Lens of Wisdom, we explored how wisdom is not about accumulating knowledge but about living with clarity, compassion, forgiveness, and acceptance. Wisdom is the foundation of a serene life, freeing us from anxieties, fears, and unfulfilled desires. Through it all, we are reminded that life is not perfect, but it is the imperfections that make it worth living. Every challenge, joy, sorrow, and triumph is a piece of the puzzle that creates the masterpiece of life. And we, through living with wisdom, gratitude, and love, decide how that masterpiece unfolds. These values we have learned together are not always easy to implement immediately. But remember, every journey begins with a single step. Start small, spend a few minutes each day reflecting, appreciating what you have, and listening to yourself and those around you. Learn to approach life with calmness and clarity, and remember, nothing is permanent, neither pain nor joy, both are fleeting moments in the river of life. Here are a few simple practices to help you incorporate these lessons into your daily life. If something troubles you, ask yourself, is this truly important? Can I change it? If the answer is no, let it go. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on things you are grateful for. It could be something as simple as a warm cup of tea, a kind word, or the gentle morning sunlight. When confronted with difficulties, remember, they are not your enemies but teachers offering valuable lessons. Don't let life rush by in a blur. Take time to feel, to love, and to live fully in each moment. Every day is an opportunity to learn something new and deepen your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. We are all learning, growing, and striving to live more meaningful lives. Be patient with yourself, and keep in mind that every small step brings you closer to happiness and peace. Before we close today's discussion, Peace and Dharma would like to leave you with this message. Life is a gift, and every day is an opportunity to live better, love more, and appreciate the beauty around you. Apply the values we have explored together in your daily life, turning these lessons into tangible actions that bring real meaning to your existence. If you found these reflections helpful, please like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any content from Peace and Dharma. Share this video with your friends and loved ones to spread these positive values to even more people. Thank you for spending time with us. We look forward to seeing you in future videos, where we will continue to explore profound and meaningful life values. Wishing you peace and happiness in every moment of your life. Dear friends, happiness, a concept both familiar and elusive. From the moment we are born, we embark on a journey to seek happiness, often without realizing it. Strangely enough, while every one of us longs for happiness, few truly understand what it really means. Perhaps happiness is something each person defines in their own way. A child finds joy in a new toy. An adult sees happiness in career success. A mother feels it in the smile of her child. But is that all there is? Is happiness truly found in what we achieve externally, or is it something deeper, originating from within our own hearts? In life, most of us are taught that happiness comes from achieving something. From a young age, we are accustomed to setting goals and striving to reach them. As children, these goals might be good grades in school. As we grow, we pursue larger ambitions, a good job, a perfect family, a spacious home. But take a moment to reflect. How often have we achieved what we wanted, only to find that the happiness we feel is fleeting? For instance, when we buy something new, the excitement is immediate. Yet, just days later, that item becomes a familiar part of our lives, no longer bringing the thrill it initially did. We then move on to seek something else. This is the cycle of external happiness. When we rely too heavily on external factors, our happiness becomes fragile and transient. This isn't to say that external achievements are unimportant. They bring joy, but if we stop there, we risk feeling empty. Why? Because external happiness, no matter how wonderful, remains outside our control. Circumstances can change at any moment. What we attain today can be lost tomorrow. So, what is the key to a more enduring sense of happiness? The answer lies in inner happiness, a state that isn't influenced by external circumstances. Inner happiness is a sense of peace, contentment, and fulfillment that comes from within, regardless of what is happening around us. When we speak of inner happiness, we refer to the ability to feel and cultivate joy internally. This occurs when we accept ourselves, free from the obsession with flaws or failures. It happens when we live fully in the present moment, grateful for the small things life offers. Inner happiness doesn't depend on how much we have, but on how we perceive what we already have. When we stop comparing ourselves to others and let go of endless desires, we discover true peace. Society today encourages us to focus on external achievements. We grow up believing that happiness is something to be attained or fought for. But the truth is, inner happiness cannot come from things beyond our control. It doesn't depend on the money in our bank accounts, our fame, or our status. It depends on how we live each day. Think about it. There are people who seem to have everything: wealth, power, admiration, yet they still feel empty. Why? Because they aren't connected with themselves. Conversely, there are those who live simply, without many possessions, yet radiate peace and joy. This shows that inner happiness is the key to true fulfillment. Inner happiness doesn't come naturally. It's the result of a process of self-cultivation and transformation. Here are a few ways to begin. One of the biggest obstacles to happiness is self-criticism. We often compare ourselves to others, blame ourselves for mistakes, and set unrealistic expectations. But when we learn to accept ourselves, with all our strengths and weaknesses, we feel a profound sense of relief. The past is gone, and the future has yet to come. The present is all we truly have. When we learn to live fully in each moment, we realize that happiness is always here and now. Gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to nurture inner happiness. When we appreciate life's small blessings, a delicious meal, a cool breeze, or words of encouragement from a loved one, we recognize that we already have enough. Love and genuine connection are essential to fostering happiness. When we live with love and sincerity, we not only bring joy to others but also create a sustainable source of happiness for ourselves. Inner happiness is inseparable from the meaning we find in life. This doesn't necessarily involve grand achievements. Sometimes, simply knowing that we are contributing to making the world a better place is enough to feel fulfilled. Dear friends, happiness is not a destination but the way we walk our journey. There will be times when we feel tired or disappointed, but these moments are opportunities to pause, reflect, and reconnect with ourselves. Remember, happiness is not something distant. It is present in every breath and every moment we live. When we accept ourselves, cherish the present, and nurture gratitude, we discover inner happiness, the most enduring and profound form of happiness. True happiness does not lie in what we achieve but in how we live. Let this chapter serve as a gentle reminder to pause. Look inward, and begin building your inner happiness. We will continue to explore more valuable insights in the chapters to come. Dear friends, each of us, whether strong or fragile, has experienced the heaviness of the soul. It happens when we are bound by unhappy memories, past relationships, or unmet expectations. Our soul is like a bag, and when this bag carries too much weight, we cannot tread lightly on the path of life. Thus, letting go is not merely a choice, it is a necessity for reclaiming true peace. But how do we let go? What makes it so difficult to part with things we once held dear? And once we've let go, can we truly liberate our souls? Let's delve into this topic together on the Peace and Dharma channel to uncover the answers. First, let us examine why letting go is so challenging. It all stems from attachment, the natural tendency of humans to cling to the familiar, even when it no longer serves us or brings us joy. One of the primary reasons we hold on is fear. We fear losing what is familiar, fear stepping into an uncertain future. For example, we may hold on to a relationship that no longer brings joy because we are afraid of loneliness. We keep unnecessary items because we fear we might need them one day. Yet, this attachment often hurts us more than anything else. Moreover, we frequently confuse attachment with love. We believe that letting go of someone means we no longer care for them. But the truth is, love does not necessarily require possession. When we let go, we are not rejecting love but simply acknowledging that everything has its time and place. When we think of letting go, many of us associate it with giving up, a negative act that signifies failure or an escape from responsibility. However, in reality, letting go is not giving up. It is an act of maturity, a recognition that some things cannot be changed or no longer align with us. Imagine a leaf falling from a tree in autumn. The leaf does not fall by force but as part of the natural order. Similarly, letting go means accepting the inevitability of change in life. It is freedom, a release of the mind from things that no longer bring value. When we let go, we not only free ourselves from burdens but also create opportunities to heal our souls. Think of the mind as a room. If this room is cluttered with old, unnecessary items, it becomes impossible to bring in anything new. Letting go is like tidying up that room, removing what's no longer needed to make space for better things. Letting go also improves our mental health. When we are no longer haunted by the past, we feel less anxiety, less stress, and greater lightness. Ask yourself, how many nights have you lost sleep over unnecessary thoughts? How many times have you caused yourself pain over things that have already passed? When we let go, we realize that much of this suffering is self-inflicted. Letting go is not easy, but it is not impossible. Here are some ways you can begin practicing the art of letting go. Take time to reflect and recognize what is weighing you down. It could be an unhealthy relationship, a bad habit, or even negative thoughts. Write them down to clarify what needs to change. One of the reasons we struggle to let go is our inability to accept that everything changes. Yet change is a natural part of life. When we accept this truth, it becomes easier to release what no longer serves us. Meditation is a powerful tool for letting go of unnecessary thoughts and emotions. Focus on your breath and visualize yourself releasing your burdens into the air. Forgiveness is not just for others, it is for yourself as well. When you forgive, you are no longer haunted by past hurts, making it easier to let go with grace. When we focus on the present, we are not pulled by the past or worried about the future. Learn to enjoy each moment, and letting go will feel more natural. Remember, when we let go, we not only free ourselves from the old but also open our hearts to receive the new. Imagine a door. When one door closes, another opens. Life always offers new opportunities, but we can only recognize them when we are ready to release the past. Letting go is not about abandoning responsibility, but rather taking responsibility for your own happiness. It means no longer allowing unworthy things to hurt you or letting past events control your present life. The journey of letting go is not just part of personal growth but is deeply connected to other life values. By letting go, we learn to love without possessing, to live without being bound by the past. These are foundational principles for building a peaceful and fulfilling life. In the chapters to come, we will explore how to face challenges, cultivate gratitude, and nurture wisdom to live a more meaningful life. All of this begins with the ability to let go, to accept and move beyond what no longer serves us. Dear friends, letting go is not easy, but it is a necessary act to free the soul. When we learn to let go, we not only lighten our burdens but also open the door to better things. Let this chapter serve as a reminder to reflect, to reconsider, and to embark on your own journey of letting go. Dear friends, in life, no one can avoid difficulties and challenges. They often arrive unexpectedly, sometimes pushing us into situations that seem inescapable. In those moments, we may feel exhausted, tempted to give up, or even wonder, why is this happening to me? However, if we look closer, challenges are not just obstacles, they are life's greatest opportunities for learning and growth. Let's explore the profound connection between challenges and personal development. In this chapter, we'll understand why difficulties are an essential part of life, how to change our perspective on them, and practical methods to overcome challenges effectively. First, consider this question: what helps us grow? Is it the serene, peaceful days? Or is it the times we stumble, endure pain, and face failure? The answer, though difficult to accept, is clear. When we confront difficulties, we are forced to think and find ways to overcome them. Through this process, we learn invaluable lessons about patience, courage, and inner strength. A person who has never faced hardship is like a young tree that has never been exposed to strong winds. That tree may grow tall, but its roots will lack the strength to withstand a real storm. Consider the world's most renowned scientists and inventors. They all faced countless challenges before achieving success. It was precisely these difficulties that drove them to develop creative and groundbreaking solutions. Our lives are no different. Every challenge is a lesson, and every lesson is a step toward growth. Despite the value challenges bring, most of us tend to avoid or fear them. Why? There are two main reasons. For many, failure is seen as shameful, a sign of weakness. We fear that if we cannot overcome our challenges, others will judge or criticize us. But failure is not the end. It is merely a temporary setback that allows us to gather momentum for greater achievements. Challenges often come with loss, whether it's losing an opportunity, a relationship, or even faith in oneself. This loss can cause pain and lead to negativity. However, every loss opens the door to something new and better. The key is not whether we can avoid challenges but how we perceive and confront them. If we see challenges as enemies, we will live in fear. But if we view them as teachers or opportunities, we will find the strength and motivation to move forward. Life cannot always be smooth. Storms are inevitable. But instead of fearing the storm, remember that it brings water to the soil and revitalizes plants. Similarly, challenges are life's way of helping us grow. Every challenge carries a lesson. Sometimes, the lesson isn't immediately clear, but with reflection, we will uncover it. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can I become stronger because of this challenge? We often underestimate our abilities when facing difficulties. But remember, humans possess immense inner strength. When we are truly determined, no challenge is insurmountable. To overcome challenges, willpower alone is not enough. We need specific strategies and methods. Here are some suggestions. When faced with difficulties, we often dwell on the problem, worrying and complaining. This only adds to the pressure. Instead, shift your focus to finding solutions. Ask yourself, what can I do to improve this situation? Large challenges can feel overwhelming. But by breaking them into smaller, manageable steps, they become less daunting. Tackle each part, one day at a time, and gradually, you will overcome the entire challenge. No one can face challenges alone. Don't hesitate to seek help from family, friends, or those with experience. Sharing and receiving support provides strength to persevere. In the midst of challenges, we often neglect self-care. Yet, this is vital. Take time to rest, eat well, and maintain mental health. A healthy body and clear mind are essential for facing difficulties effectively. When you overcome a challenge, you not only solve the immediate problem but also grow significantly. You become stronger, more confident, and more self-aware. Each challenge is an opportunity to discover your inner potential, a priceless gift that challenges bring. Look back at the challenges you faced. Were they not the moments that taught you the most valuable lessons? Were they not the experiences that shaped you into the person you are today? This reveals that challenges are not to be feared but cherished. Challenges not only help us grow but also connect deeply with other life values. By overcoming difficulties, we learn patience, compassion, and gratitude for what we have. These values not only make life more meaningful but also spread happiness to those around us. In the coming chapters, we will continue exploring how to cultivate gratitude, nurture wisdom, and live a life of tranquility. All of these begin with the ability to face and overcome challenges. Dear friends, challenges are not enemies but companions on our journey of growth. When we learn to approach them calmly and wisely, we not only overcome them but also emerge stronger. Let this chapter serve as a reminder that every difficulty is an opportunity to rise, to grow, and to uncover the immense strength within you. Life's challenges are the stepping stones to becoming the best version of yourself. Dear friends, in our journey to find happiness and inner peace, there is one crucial element we often overlook: gratitude. Gratitude is not just a fleeting emotion but a way of seeing, a mindset that allows us to cherish what we have and open our hearts to greater blessings. In this chapter, we will explore the profound meaning of gratitude, why it is so important, and how to practice it in daily life to improve mental well-being and strengthen social connections. Let us dive into this topic together on the Peace and Dharma channel. Gratitude is more than simply saying thank you when someone does something kind for us. It is a state of mind, a way of living, in which we consciously acknowledge the good, whether small or significant, that life has offered us. Gratitude invites us to pause, reflect, and realize that, despite life's challenges, there is always something to appreciate. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. How many times have you felt dissatisfied with what you lack, forgetting to appreciate what you already have? We long for a bigger house, but overlook the comfort of having a home to return to. We dream of a better job, failing to see the opportunities for learning and growth in our current one. Gratitude brings us back to the present, reminding us that life, though imperfect, is a precious gift. Gratitude is not just a beautiful emotion, it has tangible benefits that impact various aspects of our lives. Here are 3 key ways gratitude directly influences us. Studies show that people who regularly practice gratitude tend to feel happier and less anxious or depressed. When we focus on the positive aspects of life, our brain releases happiness hormones like dopamine and serotonin, making us feel relaxed and content. Conversely, dwelling on negativity increases stress and worry. Gratitude makes us more approachable, friendly, and open to others. A heartfelt thank you not only brings joy to the recipient but also fosters a special bond between individuals. Relationships built on mutual appreciation and gratitude are often deeper and more enduring. During tough moments, gratitude acts like a guiding light, helping us find hope and motivation to carry on. When we are thankful for what we have, the sense of loss diminishes, enabling us to maintain our composure and strength in the face of challenges. Gratitude doesn't come naturally, it needs to be cultivated and practiced daily. Here are some simple ways to begin. Spend a few minutes each day writing down 3 things you're grateful for. These can be small things, like a delicious meal, a meaningful conversation, or the warmth of the morning sun. This habit shifts your focus toward the positive and nurtures gratitude from within. Transform gratitude into action. A sincere thank you, a warm smile, or a small gesture of appreciation can spread positive energy to those around you. Set aside time to contemplate the good things in your life. This practice not only deepens your sense of gratitude but also helps you slow down and appreciate the present moment. This is perhaps the hardest but most valuable practice. When facing difficulties, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I be grateful for in this challenge? Shifting your perspective reveals that even unpleasant experiences can teach valuable lessons. Gratitude is not just a personal state, it has the power to connect and unite people. When we express gratitude, we not only make others feel valued but also create a positive cycle where both the giver and receiver experience joy and meaning. Think about a heartfelt thank you you've received. Did it leave a lasting warmth in your heart? This demonstrates that gratitude not only benefits the person expressing it but also brightens the life of the recipient. By spreading gratitude, we contribute to a kinder, more compassionate world where everyone feels valued and loved. Gratitude does not exist in isolation. It is deeply intertwined with other virtues like love, forgiveness, and acceptance. When we are grateful, we find it easier to love and forgive. We let go of negativity and open our hearts to embrace life's beauty. In the chapters to come, we will further explore how gratitude nurtures wisdom, helps us navigate life's challenges, and builds a meaningful existence. All of these begin with a grateful attitude, a way of living that reveals the light even in the darkest days. Dear friends, gratitude is not something distant or difficult to practice. It lies in how we perceive life, in the moments we pause to reflect and cherish. When we practice gratitude, we not only enrich our own lives but also spread joy and warmth to those around us. Let this chapter serve as a gentle reminder to start practicing gratitude today. Cherish the small things, thank those around you, and find joy in the present moment. Gratitude has the power to transform your life and illuminate the lives of others, making the world a better place for all. Dear friends, in the ever-flowing stream of life, wisdom serves as the light that illuminates the dark paths we encounter. It not only helps us navigate challenges but also offers a profound perspective, enabling us to find peace amidst all turmoil. Wisdom is not measured by knowledge or academic achievements but by the depth of one's soul, the ability to discern right from wrong, prioritize what truly matters, and let go of what doesn't. True wisdom is the core, the foundation that helps us live serenely and steadfastly in this ever-changing world. When we think of wisdom, some may believe it is reserved for great thinkers or enlightened masters. In truth, wisdom is something we can cultivate and develop in the smallest moments of our daily lives. In this chapter, we will explore what wisdom truly is, why it is vital, and how to cultivate it to apply in everyday life. First and foremost, wisdom is not the accumulation of knowledge. Many people mistakenly believe that the more they know, the wiser they become. But wisdom does not lie in how much we know, it lies in how we understand and apply what we know. A wise person doesn't need to know everything but understands what is truly important and what is not. Wisdom manifests in how we handle difficult situations, in our calmness when faced with injustice, and in our compassion when forgiving mistakes. It is quiet, unassuming, and profound, yet immensely powerful. Wisdom helps us realize that life doesn't always go as planned. Sometimes, what we hope for doesn't come, and what we dread happens instead. Without wisdom, we may fall into despair, anger, or even resentment toward fate. But wisdom teaches us to accept reality, to see that everything happens for a reason, and that every situation, whether pleasant or challenging, offers a lesson. A wise person knows how to listen and observe. Listening isn't just hearing with our ears but also with our hearts. Observing isn't just seeing with our eyes but perceiving the essence of things. When we listen and observe attentively, we notice details we previously overlooked. We begin to understand that every action and word from others has its reasons, which helps us refrain from judging or blaming them. Wisdom doesn't come from distant ideals, it begins with how we live every day. It's in the moments we take time to reflect, asking ourselves if we are on the right path. It's in the times we pause, look deep into our minds, and realize that some things need to be let go for our soul to feel lighter. When we live with wisdom, we are no longer driven by fleeting emotions or controlled by ambition or fear. Instead, we find clarity and balance in our actions. Meditation is a powerful practice for cultivating wisdom. It calms the mind and enables us to see life with greater clarity. During meditation, we are no longer caught in chaotic thoughts but can observe things as they are. We realize that worries, anger, or desires are not our true nature but passing clouds in our minds. When these clouds dissipate, the clear sky of wisdom emerges. Reading and learning are excellent ways to nurture wisdom. However, we should read not just to gather information but to reflect and apply what we learn to our lives. Every book, story, or lesson is an opportunity to expand our minds and learn from those who came before us. Wisdom is not just understanding, it is also kindness. A wise person knows how to forgive, love, and live with gratitude. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning wrongdoings, it means releasing resentment to bring peace to our hearts. Love is not about possession but respecting another's freedom. Gratitude isn't just about appreciating good things, it's about valuing the lessons life teaches us, even through pain or loss. Wisdom is not something abstract or unattainable. It can be found in how we treat others, how we respond to unexpected situations, and how we confront ourselves. Living wisely means not letting negative emotions control us and always acting with clarity and integrity. It's knowing when to move forward, when to step back, when to hold on, and when to let go. Imagine a life where we can view everything with calmness and clarity. We wouldn't feel pressured by others' expectations or devastated by loss or failure. Instead, we would see that life's imperfections are what make it meaningful, offering countless valuable lessons. Wisdom is not something we are born with, it is something we must cultivate over time. Each day, take a moment to reflect and ask yourself if you are living wisely or merely reacting to fleeting emotions. Learn to slow down, observe, and listen to better understand yourself and the world around you. Wisdom is not a destination but a journey. Every step we take on this path helps us grow stronger and more resilient. Dear friends, wisdom is neither distant nor difficult to achieve. It lies in how we live each day, in the choices we make, and in how we face life's challenges. By living with wisdom, we not only find peace within ourselves but also radiate clarity and kindness to those around us. Let wisdom be the guiding light that helps us navigate hardships and discover the true meaning of life.